Hello YouTube, welcome to the dojo. You're here with Samurai Man. And today I have the Transformers Age of Extinction Deluxe Size Wave 1 Crosshairs. So yes, very cool vehicle mode, nice Corvette. I like the paint apps here where it's like, I guess splashing. I mean it's obviously not splashing, but it looks like it was just like an explosion or something of just like color and paint got on this guy. So yeah, I like that. It's only on this side. Unfortunately, I don't know if you can see, I got some paint scratches here and here. And I think that's due to the transformation. Like, there's things that rub during transformation that shouldn't rub together. And that's just because of how it transforms and how the engineering went into it. So that's unfortunate. I'm pretty sure, I mean, I do it the way it's supposed to be done. Things rub together that they shouldn't be rubbing together, but that's just how the transformation is. So that's unfortunate. This side, bland. I don't mind it. I do enjoy asymmetry, so I think it's fine to have like this side explosion, this side like smooth. I'm okay with that. I don't remember if that's how it was in the movie, to be honest. Didn't really pay attention to his paint job, now that I think about it, but yeah. Do enjoy the fact that he does have painted rims. I talked about that before in my Bumblebee video, but yes, as you can see again, silver rims look very nice. He does have the Corvette logo. It's kind of hard to see on right here because it's blending in. You can kind of see it's raised. You can see much better on this one though. See, Corvette logo. It's kind of got like a paint scratch there. Again, I don't recall that being there when I first bought it, but I can buy some green paint and fix that, which I probably more than likely will. Because he does have some paint scratches, and I'll probably just buy some green paint fixer like I normally do. I've done that before. But as you can see, yeah, he is a shell former. Legs are all right here. Arms are all right here. You can see torso, head, everything's right there. You pretty much just do this and then pull everything back. That's basically his transformation. But cool Autobot logo. I do like that on both sides. I'm glad they have Autobot logos all over these guys. I don't know if you can see it coming off so well, but it's got a shimmery green paint scheme, which I like. It's very glittery. And I really do think that looks really nice when you see it in the proper lighting. So that's really cool. So here he is with Leader Class Prime. And this is a much better scale. Obviously the Voyager Prime is much smaller, so it's not going to quite be better. But I think this is a proper scaling of the two vehicle modes. Because this is a very large semi-truck, and as you can see, there's step stools you can get in, which makes sense. And then this is a very much smaller, sleeker car, so it would be much smaller. So there, I do like this scaling system. So to start the transformation, we'll start with this Autobot logo, as you can see at the bottom, and we'll want to pull at it, because it is tabbed in. See, this tab just goes right into that slot. It's a little worrisome just because the slot is very thin, so the plastic here is very thin, so when you're transforming them, you push to get it in, and you can see it's kind of bending, but eventually it will, like, they'll go together. This side is much easier, though, I notice, when it's for both transformations, vehicle to robot and robot to vehicle. This side just gives me trouble regardless. So anyways, we'll go ahead and at the top here, we'll pull up this whole piece, bring it down. It's on a double hinge, you see? Fold it over, that'll make part of the backpack. And we'll just fold these pieces, make the shoulders, give them a little more depth to them, so it's not just like a car. Fold back the tires, give them a little more arm room, and the arms are done. There you go, just pull them out. Split the legs, or the feet, I guess, more just the feet. And getting that, we'll get these headlight and doors out of the way. So we'll do that. Just rotate the legs facing forward. And I always forget to do this. What you want to do is you want to rotate these feet down, and this is the part I always forget, and then fold out the heel spurs. Very useful, and yet I always forget. Because I'm always like, why aren't they standing? And then I'm like, oh, that's right, the heel spurs. And that's another thing. I have you probably can't see it. There's a paint chip at the bottom of the heel, and that's when you fold up this. And again, that's part of the transformation that's causing the paint issue, so I'm going to have to paint that. But anyways, almost done. Pretty much all you want to do is kind of like fold out. See how this is on a hinge at the windshield? I like that because that's good for posability, because what it is in the movie, here we have this big old rubber piece, these two rubber pieces. What these are is, what you're supposed to do is take them, and there's these tabs in here that you want to plug in. This side gives me trouble. I don't think I've ever gotten it in. This side fits like a glove. If I can get it angled right. Fits like a glove. There you go. See how that went in? Very smooth, no problems. It's a rubber piece. I don't like the fact that it's rubber. But yeah, this side does not want to go in. I don't know if it's like not, it wasn't made right or what, or, but as you can see, it's just not going in. I mean, I can almost get it. I think what it is I think there's a little bit of extra rubber on the edge, on the left edge, on this side, that I just need to shave down because it's not going to go in. I cannot. I've tried it 1,000 times. But either way, I don't care for this look, just because in the movie what it is it's really annoying, because in the movie it's physically impossible to do. Like, they are breaking the laws of physics of what they're doing. What it is this whole compartment here is supposed to be a trench coat. And in the movie, it's very wafty and flows in the wind like a trench coat. But for a toy, how is that possible? That's not, how are you going to make plastic loose and wafty? That's not cool. Like, that's not, they did the best they could. That's all I'm going to say. Is that for Hasbro did the best they could. So because of that, I kind of just tuck these in just to keep them even. And I think that looks better. You get more of the body, even though that's not movie accurate. But whatever. And another bit of the transformation causing some paint chips. Right there in the corner, I don't know if you can see, there's like a black scratch. Again, another thing where you put this down, and if you try moving his articulation, see how it's rubbing? So I'm pretty sure that was from that also. I'm not 100% sure. I mean, I can't really keep track of every little detail on every single figure. But I'm pretty sure that most of the paint issues with this guy are due to the transformation. And that's partially Hasbro's fault, and partially my fault. I mean, it's up to me to be careful with my figures, but at the same time, like, they should have better tolerances. And I mean, they should know to engineer it a certain way, or not put paint there in the first place. Maybe just make that molded in that color. But either way, it's whatever. I'll fix it. I'll get some paint probably this week because I'm off. Yay! And I'll get some paint. Anyways, now you have them fully transformed. For weapon storage, you have these 3 guns, 2 pistols, and like a submachine gun that he does actually use in the show. So that is show accurate. The weapons are show accurate, which I like. But the issue is these little pistols, as you see, have these tiny tabs. And what you're supposed to do is, and this is really hard because you're supposed to be able to fit my big old fingers. And I understand this is for a child. Maybe it is easier for a child, but I feel like even for a child this would be difficult to get their hands in. But as you get it in there, and then just kind of set it right. But when you try twisting it, it pops it out. See how it just pops out? So how am I supposed to, like, I can't really do it right. But either way, that's supposed to be, because what it is in the movie, like I said, he's got an overcoat, trench coat kind of thing, and he just reaches in, pulls out all whatever. It's really cool in the movie, but it just does not work for a toy. So I kind of just leave him off to the side, and then if I want to have him holding him, I just put him in. He does use the submachine gun, which is cool. And he does use pistols, so that's cool. So I'm glad they kept that accurate. And there you go. He looks very cool holding his weapons. Like I said, not completely accurate with the trench coat not being fully trenched, I guess. But I still make it work. I kind of have like the back coat flopping out. I have these sides kind of wafting out as best as I can. I just kind of have these folded up. And I think that looks good. I think that looks fine. This is a fine toy. I just need to get some paint to fix the details that have been scratched. What's really cool is on the arms, here is the like radio. There's the knobs, there's all the buttons for the scan and everything, the little screen that shows you what channel you're on. Really cool. I do like that bit of detail. And then this time we got the speedometer and all those little knobs, or not knobs, but like dials. There we go, dials and such. So we have all these little dials to tell you everything. So I think that's really cool. Like I said, I like asymmetry. So here we got the clock and the radio system. Here we got all the speedometers and odometers and all that. So cool. I like that. That's very cool. And then for the face, very nicely done face. The goggles look really cool. I do wish they were painted separately. It's just all one giant green piece. But at least it is painted green while the head is molded black, so there is some differentiation. I do appreciate that. Face is very nicely done in silver. As you can see, it's a very bright silver, so it looks really cool to get to see all the details. Light piping in the head, I don't know how well that's coming across. Probably not that well at all, but it is there. They're nice and blue. I like them. So here he is with the Evasion Mode Optimus Prime Voyager class, and good scale. Maybe a little taller would have been fine, but still, he was a small character. He was a Bumblebee-sized character in the movie, so works for me. Very nicely done. Now, as far as articulation goes, we have kind of a ratchet at the elbow. It's not really ratchety. I mean, it does have the ratchet stems, but doesn't really click or anything. But still nice. Still, it's firm. Works for me. You can rotate the biceps. You can bring his arms up a little, but they are connected to the big tire piece, so he's going to only get that far. Not much, but it's enough. Works for me. It's enough for me. His legs can be hindered by these giant pieces here that are supposed to be his trench coat. So you can still bring his leg up pretty well, though. But you just can't bring it out. Bringing it out can be weird. Tiresome. Bend at the knee. Again, this piece kind of gets in the way, but they gave it a hinge so you can bend it. Really good knee articulation, actually. Look how far you can get his leg back. Ankle, I mean, you can go forward, but that's it. Just do the transformation. Rotate at the knee. Head, again, he does have a ball joint, but it is kind of hindered by these giant shoulder pads. But still, he gets the job done, and that's all I ask. So one last thing I want to say while he's in robot mode is, I just realized, at first I was like, the tires look kind of weird. I was thinking about it. These tires do look kind of weird up here. But then I remembered, this isn't a spoiler, it wasn't the trailers. He's a paratrooper, and in the movie, he has these 2 parachutes that shoot out. And so I actually really like the fact that these tires are here because they make me think of that. They feel like he's about to launch his parachutes and, you know, do some aerial combat. So really nice. I do like that. I don't know if that was planned or anything, but awesome. Works for me. It's a good explanation as to why we have this tire cable. I really did enjoy this character in the movie. He was a very fresh, new character. I don't think we've ever had a character named Crosshairs before. I could be wrong. But as far as I know, this is the first Crosshairs in Transformers. So he was a very nice addition. I don't want to spoil anything, so I won't talk about personality or anything. But I will say, you're going to wish this guy had more screen time. Because every time he talked or anything, I loved it. And I think people will feel the same way. Like, he was an awesome character. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say about him as far as character development and all that in the movie. Just because I don't want to spoil anything. So to start the transformation, we'll go ahead and fold up the feet and fold up the heel spur. And like I said, just be careful because you don't want to rub this foot up against the ankle and knee, or I guess just ankle and calf. Just you don't want to scratch that. Face the feet together, and that's going to form the front of the car. There is 2 tabs in the the heel spurs. When you fold them up, that can go in together. They work alright. I mean, you don't have to worry. Like right now, they're not sticking together that well, but once you tab in this front hood piece into this, that's fine. Don't even worry about it. Just keep these rubber pieces folded in. I don't like them, but that's where they go. Fold down these tires. There you go. Line everything up. Fold out the shoulder pads. Make sure everything's lined up. There you go. See how it's all lining up at the top. Then what we'll do is we'll tab in the hood to the grill and the bumper. So there you go. Tab it in. Like I said, once you have this tabbed in, you're not going to have to worry. Tab in these headlights. There you go. That front of the car is pretty much all done. This is where things get tricky, like I said before. You're going to want to bring up the back tire piece and bumper piece. And you're going to want to, there's a tab right here, a very teeny tiny tab that you want to get under. And then tab that in. Wow, that went in way easier than I thought. Or no, this is the easy side, never mind. This is the difficult side. This is the side that always gives me trouble. So you want to make sure it's all lined up. Like I said again, maybe I'm just not lining things up properly, but I mean, I'm doing the same thing on both sides, but one side gives me more trouble. So, okay, you gotta make sure these rubber pieces are in the way, because as you can see, it's gotta be folded in all the way, or else that's gonna give you trouble. Then what we're gonna do here is make sure that this, again, is tabbed in at the right areas. There you go. And wow, I'm getting crazy lucky. That did not take me that much time at all. I thought that was gonna take me forever. Tab this in, and bingo bango, look at that. Got it done all pretty well. Quicker than my Bumblebee video and my Optimus video, I'll tell you what. Bobby Hill, what in the hell? I'll tell you what. Anyways, so yeah, the only real gun storage is in between the coat pieces, but that's, you're gonna be fiddling with that all day if you try. And so I kind of just leave them off to the side. Robot mode, I give them to them, and then whatever one gun is left over, put it off the side. But anyways, guys, this is a fantastic figure. I know I originally was complaining about it, but doing this video I realized the only issue I have is the transformation, just because things rub together and paint can come off, which is the case with mine, and I'm going to have to paint on the black and green. So that's kind of annoying. It's not a big deal. Black's easy. Green might be difficult. But yeah, so pretty much robot mode I think is fine. Could look a little more accurate, but they did the best they could with how difficult the physics of the character were. Vehicle mode, fine. I like the paint job. I think the paint apps are awesome. Wow. I'm pretty sure that paint just chipped off because I don't remember that being there. So I'll fix that after this video. But anyways, again, transformation is really the issue here. Again, vehicle mode looks cool. I like the asymmetry. Robot mode, same thing. I like the arms asymmetry. Transformation just is what's killing this figure. That's the only thing. So if you're just careful with this figure, I say it's a great figure. Anyways, guys, this is Samurai Man. Just remember, I got my Instagram at Mechas of Ironheart, and then my Tumblr, Mechation. I'll put a little thing so you can know how to spell it. I'll try putting links in the bottom just to make sure you get there. And if you want to just keep up with me at those, awesome. And you all have a great day.